Hey ladies, welcome back to another episode on the Weight Loss for Women 40 Plus podcast. Now today we are talking about one of the worst fat loss strategies that you can follow ever if you are over the age of 40. And that one is intermittent fasting. Oh my gosh. So intermittent fasting, people think it's like this miracle cure for weight loss. But then you probably try it, it works for a little bit and then it stops working all of a sudden. Or maybe it just never worked for you. But a lot of people try it because it's so convenient. The reason it's so convenient for a lot of people is because they don't have an appetite. So if you go from skipping meals or having a low appetite to fasting, you're like, man, this is so easy because I already wasn't eating breakfast and I've just got to push my first meal out a little bit. You know, I push it out to like 12 p.m. lunchtime and then I just eat a lunch and dinner, maybe an afternoon tea, and then you do it all again tomorrow. But if it's not working for you, here's the reason why. Intermittent fasting, there's nothing special about it. Like, if anything, it's actually detrimental to fat loss, particularly if you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s. Let me run a scenario. Let's say intermittent fasting. Let's say you eat 2,000 calories in a day. So, eating 2,000 calories, and let's say you burn 2,000 calories. That means you burnt as much as you ate. 2,000 minus 2,000 equals 0. That means you actually burnt 0 calories in a day because you ate as much as you burned. Amazing. Now, let's say 2,000 calories, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You ate 2,000 calories. Cool. Maybe some snacks in there. Maybe you got a sweet tooth. Maybe it's alcohol. So 2,000 calories for the day. But now you try intermittent fasting. You're like, okay, intermittent fasting, I'm going to give it a go. I'm not going to eat breakfast. I'm going to fast from like 8 p.m. at night till 12 p.m. the next day. But you still eat 2,000 calories in your intermittent fasting window. So you have a lunch, you have some snacks in the afternoon, you have dinner, maybe you have some alcohol at night time, maybe you have some sweets, maybe you have some snacks. So all you've done now is ate 2,000 calories in a short window, but you're fasting. Well, if I'm fasting, I should lose weight. Well, let's run the numbers. So in your fasting window, you ate 2,000 calories, you burned 2,000 calories, you didn't even eat breakfast, but you had a bigger lunch, had a bigger dinner, you had some more snacks because you were hungry from the morning and you had no protein in the morning and now you had the sweet tooth cravings in the afternoon. Now you smashed some calories, some chocolate, some sweets, biscuits, chips, whatever, and you ate 2,000 calories. Now you're fasting. Nothing still happened. You didn't lose any weight. I ate 2,000 calories, I burned 2,000 calories, I didn't lose any weight, but I was fasting. The magic of fasting only comes from a calorie deficit. Let's run another scenario. Let's say you only eat 1,500 calories in a day. You have a lunch, you're fasting, so you have lunch, you have dinner, you maybe have some snacks, maybe you have some alcohol, maybe you don't. Let's say you eat 1,500 calories. So you burn 2,000 calories, you eat 1,500 calories, now you're fasting, minus 500 calorie deficit. You do that for 7 days and then you lose half a kilo. You're like, oh my God, fasting is amazing. I just lost half a kilogram from fasting. But let's run the other scenario. Let's say you're not fasting. Let's say you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You have a good breakfast meal, so you have high protein, and now because you've got energy at the start of the day, you've put the calories in, calories equals body energy, you didn't snack as much. So you didn't go over your calories in the day. So you eat 1,500 calories, you burn 2,000 calories, minus 500 calorie deficit, and you weren't fasting. You would still lose, if you did that for 7 days, half a kilo in a week. It is not the fasting that is the magic. For some people, they're just eating like a fucking asshole all the time. So when they fast, they're forced to eat less meals. So let's say you don't snack and you don't drink alcohol and you go from 3 meals in a day eating 2,000 calories and you go down to 2 meals in a day and you're eating 1,400 calories. So instead of having breakfast, lunch and dinner, 700, 700 and 600, you're now having 700 calories for lunch, 700 calories for dinner, and then you just eat 1,400 calories for the day. So you're like, I'm going to try this fasting thing. All fasting is taking one meal out. So if you don't add the extra calories to the rest of the day by fasting, then you're in a calorie deficit. It's no different if I ate 500 calories for breakfast, 500 calories for lunch, and 400 calories for dinner, 1400 calories. Or you could eat 700 calories for lunch and 700 calories for dinner, that's 1400 calories. Fasting is just taking a meal out. The only reason fasting would be good for someone is if you are chronically an overeater. You always go over your calories. And removing one meal out of the day forces you to just physically eat less fucking food. That's it. There is no power to fasting. Now, mind you, I find the majority of our clients, or majority of ladies before working with us, they're not eating a lot of food anyway. It's not that they're gaining weight, it's not that they're losing weight, they're kind of staying the same. They're not eating a lot of food, they're not losing any weight. They're trying to exercise, they're doing some walks, they're eating healthy, they're not losing weight. And then they try fasting. And then fasting doesn't work for them because they're already not eating enough food. And then you go and take away one whole meal, and what happens? There's even less food. Think of your body's metabolism to be kind of like a campfire. If you have a campfire and you put wood on the fire to increase the heat, to increase the flame, what happens when you take wood away from the fire or you don't stoke it up? You just let it burn out. Exactly that, it burns out. Nothing happens. So for your body's metabolism, if you have a low metabolism and you're doing things like fasting, you're not going to see progress. And you're already not seeing progress. If you're listening to me, you're looking for an answer. You're listening to podcasts, you're searching on YouTube, you're following people on Instagram, you're looking for fat loss advice. So if you're listening to this, what you're doing right now is probably not working. And if you are fasting, it is 99% probability the wrong thing to do for you, particularly because this is a over 40s podcast. So if you're 20 years old, maybe a little bit of a different story. You have a better metabolism compared to a 40 or 50 or 60-year-old person. That's just the way it goes, and that's the way it always goes. Young bodies are more resilient. And mind you, how many fucking kids in their 20s are going through menopause? Probably not a lot. So again, different hormones, different metabolism, different body, different strategy. So yes, fasting may have worked for you in the past, but if it's not working for you right now, then we probably need a different approach. It's no different to if I was going to do some marketing. Yes, letterbox drops in the past were effective, but then the fucking internet happened, so we had to change strategy. As technology evolves, as human bodies evolve, as you age, we need to change with the times. You can't just do the same old shit and expect the same different result. If I have a car and it's a petrol car and I go to a petrol mechanic, he can do well. If I take my electric vehicle there, he's probably not going to know how to fix it. It's not because he's not smart or she's not smart. It's just because it's a different fucking vehicle. That means you need to have a different approach to fixing it. Same thing, your body right now. Yes, you are you, and you are the same person from born to now. Your name's the same, but your body has changed. So if we're following old game plans, we're going to get old and outdated results. It's not going to work. So fasting, yes, it seems very attractive. It seems like it's pretty easy to do. But if you have a low appetite and then you're fasting, you're just making a problem twice as bad. The reason why you have a low appetite in 9 out of 10 cases from the clients that we've worked with is because you have a low metabolism. Remember, the small campfire doesn't need a lot of fuel to keep it going. The small metabolism in the human body doesn't get hungry very often. It doesn't require a lot of fuel to keep it going. So if you're not hungry, you more than likely have a low appetite. And yes, fasting is attractive for people with low appetites because it's pretty much just doing the shit you're already doing. You're just labeling it as a fat loss strategy. But if it's not working, it's probably time to change. Probably time to do something different. So I've bashed on intermittent fasting. What's the solution? The solution is very simple. 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Protein in each meal. If you just have cereal with milk, that is not a good fat loss meal. If you just have toast with Vegemite, that is not a good fat loss meal. You can't just eat random shit for breakfast and go, well, Josh said to eat breakfast. You got to have protein. Now, I eat cereal, I eat Nutri-Grain every single day, but I blend up 2 scoops of protein in about 150 mils of milk. So each scoop of protein is 25 grams, that's 50, there's probably 5 grams of protein in my milk. I have 55 grams of protein with my cereal. Yes, I can eat cereal. You could do a protein smoothie, you could do a protein shake, you could do fuck, what else could you do? You could do eggs. Like, get creative. You could eat steak for breakfast. It really doesn't matter. As long as you're eating some sort of protein that's easy for you, you're going to see some success. Because remember, protein is the thing that stimulates and builds the metabolism. Low protein equals high cravings. Just because you're eating healthy food, but if it's low protein, you're probably going to eat like shit in the afternoon. You're like, man, I'm so tired. Oh, I got cravings. I've got a sweet tooth. Or you're smashing the kitchen when the kids go to bed and you're like eating all the snacks. It's more than likely because you're either not eating enough calories or meals, or you're not eating enough protein. This is why people get coaches. Coaching is going to show you the pathway of least resistance, and it's going to be twice, if not 3 or 4 or 5 times quicker compared to if you can do it yourself. Let's take Usain Bolt, world's fastest man, 100-meter sprinter, gold medalist. We could probably agree he knows how to run in a straight line. We could probably agree he has good technique. But why does he have a coach? The world's fastest man, Olympic athlete, has a coach for running. Why? Because he understands human psychology, human behavior. Without accountability, we are more likely to do the wrong things versus the right things. More likely to let yourself off the hook. I've had a tough week. Take the weekend off. Do whatever the fuck you want. Eat what you want. Oh, I've had a stressful day. I'm going to have a wine. Without accountability, you can convince yourself of anything. You can do what you want to do, how you want to do it. But it's going to take 4 to 5 times longer. I talk to ladies before they can become clients. They're like, oh, I haven't lost weight for 12 months. And in the first fucking week, they drop a kilo. Why? Because they got a coach. A coach can go, easy, okay, this is what we're doing wrong, this is what we need to change, this is what we're doing right, let's keep doing that. And the coach is going to guide the result. So if you're doing this by yourself and you're not seeing the progress, potentially time to make a change. I'm not your dad, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Join someone else's program, I don't mind, but get a coach. If you want something you don't have right now and you've been trying to get it by yourself for 6 to 12 months and you still haven't got it, there's some missing pieces in the knowledge. And that's okay. I didn't understand shit until I was taught. Like, I wasn't born a bloody personal trainer. I went to school. My first job at 18 was in earth moving. I was like digging ditches and laying pipes and building roads, subdivisions. And then I eventually became a personal trainer. And I wasn't good at it. And then eventually I got average, and then I got good, then I got fucking great at it. And now we help thousands of ladies with their weight loss. If you're interested in what we do, our VIP transformation program is how we help our ladies. You've seen the testimonials, you've seen the results. This podcast is all the information that is working with our current clients. It's not what I think is going to work. It's not what I predict is going to work. It is what is actually working with our coaches and with our clients. So I'm just giving you straight facts and straight answers based on all the case studies that we are working with right now. So if you're interested, want more information on the program, then reach out. Facebook, Instagram, Josh Humphreys, Bliss Body You. Send us a message. You'll probably see my ads going around. Click on the ad, hit learn more, start a conversation up with the team or myself in the chat on Instagram, and let's book a call. Let's have a chat. We'll see if what we do would actually work for you. There's some ladies we can't do a lot for, but unless we do the call, we will not know. So book a call. Let's have some fun. Let's get some results, and let's start putting weight loss behind you for good. Learn the skills, get the knowledge, invest in yourself, and stop and get off the hamster wheel. Let's have some fun. All right, ladies, lots of love. Go kick some goals, have some wins, cut the fasting out. It's nonsense. Start eating breakfast. I'll catch you in the next one.